Hey everyone, this is Dharmendra Kumar, and I have around 13 years of experience in data engineering and data analytic workspace. I'm starting this video series to cover the most frequently asked questions in data engineering interviews. And trust me, these are the same questions which I personally ask when I interview data engineers for my team. And these questions really help me to understand if the person I am interviewing does understand the core fundamentals of data engineering and the skills which we are going to cover as part of this video series are PySpark, PySpark, Databricks, and Tableau. Each video will focus on one important concept explained in simple, practical, and interview-oriented way. So today's topic is Spark execution plan. Almost everyone use Spark, but a very few understand what does actually happen under the hood when a Spark job is triggered basically. And trust me, questions around execution plan are very common, and I think that is going to be the first question the interviewer will ask you after your introduction basically. So let's go to the screen and I will explain how the Spark creates its own execution plan and how does it basically execute the code you submit. All right. So just to save some time, I already have written down the plan. Uh, uh, but don't worry, we will definitely go through each and every step and we'll try to understand what is happening under the hood. Okay. So first thing, when a query or a code is submitted to the Spark engine, the first thing it will do is it will parse the code basically to identify if there is any syntax error or not. So if there is any syntax error, then it will throw an error and your code will fail basically. But if there is not any syntax error, then it will create a unresolved logical plan. Why do we call it unresolved logical plan is because it does not contain the entire information. It is still unresolved. It does not contain the information about the schema, about the columns used in the code. So that information is still unknown to the Spark right now. That is why the catalog comes into the picture, and catalog will provide that information. Spark will read that information from catalog and will understand if that table exists or not, that column exists or not, and if everything is fine, then it will move forward. Otherwise, if any of those columns or anything is not uh, available in the catalog, it will throw an error and it will fail basically. And I mean, when we talk about the catalogs, basically there are two catalogs majorly used uh, in the Spark. There are others as well, but for Databricks we use Unity catalog, and there is another one that is Hive Metastore. It's a legacy Spark catalog basically. So once this information is provided by the catalog to Spark, Spark will generate the resolved logical plan, and then the catalyst optimizer will come into the picture. As the name suggests, optimizer, it is to optimize the code. Okay, it's nothing but just the set of uh, rules which are basically applied by Spark to optimize the logical plan. For example, predicate pushdown, when all the filter and all the column selection is basically uh, applied in very initial stage of the execution, so that unnecessary columns are not being utilized or being used during the execution. So this is one of the rule, but there are a lot of rules which are predefined or default set by the catalyst optimizer, and it is completely customizable. We can customize it as per our requirement as well. So once all the that set of rules is applied, uh, Spark will create the optimized logical plan. So that's the optimized logical plan after applying the set of rules. After that, Spark will create physical plans. Physical plans mean the actual plans which are going to be executed. Okay, so Spark will decide the sequence of the operations. Spark will decide how many executors it is going to use, how many uh, partitions it is going to use, and how the joins will happen. So all that stuff and all that planning will happen under the physical plans, and it will create multiple physical plans, not only one physical plan. And to identify the best physical plan, it will use the cost model. So uh, when Spark will run all those physical plans through the cost model, the best plan is suggested is identified as per the resource utilization. So the plan which is taking least resources is the best plan selected from all those physical plans, and that is our final plan. And that final plan is basically submitted to the cluster with other information like the code and everything, and then the actual execution will happen. I mean, the DAG will be created, uh, uh, all the data shuffling and everything, all the actual execution will happen at this point of time. So that was about the Spark execution plan, and that is how the Spark basically create its well optimized plan, and that's why we call it lazy execution as well, because it does not blindly execute the code. It basically evaluate the code, optimize the plan, get the best plan, and then basically execute it. All right, so if this video was helpful, please subscribe. I will keep creating such videos which are going to cover all the interview questions. And also, I will share my real life experience when I interview data engineers. What do I expect from them, and how do I identify if that is the right fit for the vacancy which we are looking for. So stay tuned and see you in the next video then. Thank you. Bye bye.